Take two. Welcome. Thank you for joining tonight's wellness accountability session. Tonight is number 29 of 30. We're going to do a sitting relaxation meditation together in a bit. But first I wanted to touch on meeting friends when you're wanting change. And I honestly feel like a big part of that is just calling them in, like acknowledging that. What does that mean, calling someone in? So just saying, literally saying to yourself first, I really wish I had more like-minded people, more people who are maybe focused on their eating, people who are focused on taking a yoga class, people who are focused on going for walks or being in nature. Maybe it's, I want to be around more female entrepreneurs, or I want to be around more people, whatever you're trying to go next. You want to kind of call those people in and then maybe make a list. So like, where could you find people like that? And when I started toying with the idea of going off on my own, when I was still working in a corporate job, I would just, first and foremost, kind of put it out there. I would journal about it a lot. And then what I would do is I would just put myself in situations. So a lot of times yoga studios have really great workshops, or women's circles are a really great place to meet like-minded people. There's a lot of online groups, a lot of online Facebook groups, especially, where you can kind of hop on and really there's so many groups. You can find anything you're looking for entrepreneurship, for if you're going through any sort of health issue, if you're divorced, if you're this, if you're that. There's just so many different types of groups where you can find people, and sometimes there can be tens or thousands or hundreds of thousands of people in the group, but I really do feel like you just meet people organically. Like, so many of my closest friends I've met like taking a class, or taking a workshop, or all these different yoga trainings I've done in the last year and a half. I've met people from all over the country that are just so incredible and special. So I really feel like calling them in, like calling people in first, saying to yourself like what you're looking for, why you want these people in your life, and then proactively putting yourself in a situation. So maybe if you want to go for a walk, finding a community group, like there's so many of them. We actually have one through Peace in Piermont, and I've gone on there and I'll say, is anyone free? Like, really need to get out of the house, go for a walk with someone who's not under the age of 10 and not my partner. Just need to kind of mix it up. And just using those resources, putting yourself out there, and it's not guaranteed that you'll find the right person right away, or you'll click, right? Because there's just so many different types of people. But I do believe that we meet different people at places in our lives, on different parts of our journey, that we're meant to meet for a reason. They're meant to support us in getting to the next place. They're meant to support us in maybe introducing us to a new way of thinking, a new way of being, or maybe it's the opposite. And we always have those people too, where we meet and we're like, whoa, like, I don't like that, or that's not for me, or whatever, which is fine, right? We're all entitled to have our own differences and be our own people. But I really think that if this meditation journey, like if you've found it helpful, if you're kind of curious to know more, come take a class if you haven't yet, or come on to our group. We have two groups on here. We have a group for families, and we have a group for women, for goddesses, and so feel free to join either one. It's a great place to start. There's so many local moms in it, and I think especially like that is, motherhood can be really difficult, and there's so many different types of motherhood, and so I think talking about the things that we all go through is such an important part of the journey, because we realize we're not alone in it. And we just learn so much from each other. And half the time we just need to know we're not alone. We just need to know we're not alone and feel heard, and we're good. Like, we don't need someone to put a Band-Aid or whatever. We just need to feel heard. So ask for that support. Asking for support is such an important aspect of self-care. I know earlier tonight I reconnected with my best friend from college, and we hadn't spoken in a while just because life is life. And we talked for over an hour, and I was talking to her and walking all over Piermont, and it was just so refreshing. And it can be really hard right now. We even acknowledged this at the end of the call with being on a screen so much. She's a professor, and she's in a similar situation where she's always on Zoom calls and checking email. And for me, I'm teaching now on Zoom and managing every aspect of my business, right? So it can kind of be technology I'm kind of feeling deterred from when I'm not working. But reaching out to those people is so important, because especially old friends, like, they just know you and you don't have to like explain so much, and it's worth the effort. So if you needed a little nudge to call someone you haven't connected with in a while, there's your nudge. So call them tomorrow. Okay, so tonight I chose a sitting relaxation meditation because I think this will be really helpful given how many of us are sitting all day long, or for most of the day at least. So we'll get right into it. So this will take place of our silent meditation. So sit in a chair, and I'll do this along with everyone. So sit in a chair with your spine straight and your back supported. If it's comfortable for you, you can soften your gaze or close your eyes altogether. And just let your legs extend outward from the chair with your feet flat on the floor. So I'm just going to give you a few seconds. If you're not in a chair, I do recommend actually going to one, because I want you to be able to use these skills and strategies and meditations in real life regularly. So I want you to like have the practice of actually doing it. And whenever you arrive, do a simple check-in of your emotional state. Your thoughts, what you are feeling in your body. Just notice what's happening without judgment or expectation. Focus on the sensations in your hips. Focus on the sensations of your thighs sitting in the chair. Notice the solidity of the chair and the surface that supports your weight. Feel the soles of your feet, noticing the whole surface where they are in contact with the floor. Give yourself permission to give in to gravity and let the chair and floor support your weight. Take a few slow, deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Focus on the feeling of the breath, the movement of your chest, rib cage, shoulders, the expansion of your lungs. Now imagine that you're breathing through the soles of your feet. As you take breath, imagine that you're bringing warm, healing energy to every cell in your body. As you breathe out, imagine that cleansing your body of tension, pain, and old leftover emotions. As you breathe in, imagine filling your feet with positive, relaxing energy. Notice the warm, pleasant sensations moving into your toes, the balls of your feet, your arches, heels, insteps, and all through your feet. Give yourself the time you need to allow this to happen. Continue to focus on your feet until they feel completely relaxed and comfortable. Take another breath in and imagine it filling up your ankles and lower legs. If you can't immediately sense a part of your body, you might try rubbing or kneading it. Continue to move up through the calves and shins. Always take the time needed to work your way through the given part, allowing yourself to sense the shift in sensation. Move gradually into your knees. Feeling the warmth move into them, then the backs of your thighs, tops of your thighs, pelvis, groin, belly, the small of your back, midriff, middle back, chest, upper back. Imagine the warm, relaxing energy moving through all your internal organs. Fill your lungs with the healing energy. As you continue to breathe, let the energy move into your shoulders and upper arms, into your elbows, lower arms, wrists, palms, and fingers. Allowing the arms to remain relaxed, return to the shoulders, and again, fill them with warm, healing energy. Let the breath take this warm, relaxing energy up into the back of the neck, taking all the time you need to let the relaxing sensations massage and relax the neck muscles. Then into the front of the neck, the throat, the tongue, the jaw, cheeks, the muscles around the mouth, nose, and eyes. the temples and around and inside the ears, the scalp, the base of the skull. Take all the time you need for the relaxing sensations to fill and warm each part of your body. Continue to breathe and imagine your whole body is filled with glowing golden light. You might imagine you are sitting on an elevator and that as it descends, floor by floor, you become more and more deeply relaxed. Just notice the changes you experience in your body as this happens. Appreciate the sense of peacefulness and calm and the pleasant sensations that you feel. Tell yourself that you can remain relaxed through the day and that you will return to that room feeling calm and peaceful, but alert and energetic. If you can't feel the warmth in parts of your body when you try the first time, or if there are any parts of your body you can't feel at all, stay with it. You are working on establishing the connections you need to sense what is occurring in your body, which is crucial for healthy physical and emotional health. So if you did decide to close your eyes, maybe gently open them, maybe gently start to bring some movement back into your fingers, your toes, bringing yourself back to whatever room you're in. So it's kind of like a seated body scan, which I like a lot. And it really is true. We spoke about it when we did the full body scan a few weeks ago, how quite often we don't notice things until we're ill or we're injured or we're just so exhausted we can't move. But doing exercises such as this one or a full body scan, it just helps us check in with our body and really drop in and notice something minor before it becomes something bigger. The resource for this was, let me just pull it up, traumacenter.org. But let me just double check. Yes, it was from www.traumacenter.org. They have a lot of great resources there. So feel free to visit the site if you're looking for more. And as always, thank you so much for joining. Tomorrow's our last night. So if you have anything in particular you'd like me to do or talk about, or speak to, feel free to leave it in the comments or to email me, Katie@peaceandparamount.com. I hope you all have a lovely evening. Thank you for joining.